Good morning.
What?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Cheers. I'm excited because I'm getting a haircut today. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Today is going to be kind of like a day in a life, a Monday in a life. I am going to get a haircut today, so I'm very excited about that. I haven't picked out my haircut, so we'll look at haircuts today. And then I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to show you how I do my makeup. So it's kind of a day of self-care, clean up a little bit, and probably get a little fitness in. It's a Monday. I kind of think of Mondays as my day off. I'm just drinking instant coffee with a Oatly foamy top. I don't know. I just love instant coffee. It's kind of weird. I am gonna spend a little time reading out here because it's so nice. So I take an NMN supplement, which is this. It's like an NAD plus. I take this from Particular. They actually sent these supplements to me to try, and I'm really liking them. I was taking NAD plus before I was taking this one, but this one seems to be giving me more energy. So I like to take NMN because it's good for longevity, mitochondrial health, all kinds of things. I take it for mostly longevity and because it helps repair your cells, but it also gives you a boost of energy, which I've totally been feeling. So that's the first thing I take in the morning. You have to have it with fat, and Particular recommended that I take it with a teaspoon of olive oil. I'm not going to do that. I'm taking it with a teaspoon of almond butter. Yeah, Particular sent them to me for free, and they gave me a discount code, which I'll put in the description box below. I'm kind of weird about promoting supplements, but their supplements are third-party tested, and they're tested, to ensure that they have what they have inside of them, like what they promise to have inside of them. There's so many supplements that when tested, they have ingredients that you don't expect them to have, and they don't have the ingredient or as much of the ingredient as you believe it will have, as it is indicated on the bottle. So that's why I really make sure whenever I use a supplement that it's third-party tested. I'm going to be taking more supplements later, that when I have breakfast, and I'll go through all my supplements. Not all of them are with Particular. This is what I've been reading lately. You know that I go to Friends meetings, Quaker meetings, and this book was brought up at the meeting. Just The Art of Listening. I'm very just in the beginning of it, so I can't really say much about it. I am on a listening path, that's for sure. I walk around the yard and I just listen to the leaves beneath my feet, my slippers. I'm having breakfast, and I made this pumpkin cinnamon roll baked oatmeal a couple days ago. I made it for my meeting, but I didn't end up going because we had a little get together with a neighbor, and that lasted till like 10. And I came back to make this, and I was like up until, I don't know, like midnight making this. And at that point, I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it in the morning. So now we just have a bunch of it, but it's so good. I'll leave the recipe below. Take a few supplements that I think are really, really important. And then I take a few for like longevity. Most important supplement that I take is this Vegan Vitality. And I love this supplement because it contains the B12 that vegans need. And it has the vitamin D3, which is important. It also has iodine. So that's what I was looking for when I wanted to get a multivitamin, was that it would have iodine, because like as a society, we tend not to get as much iodine anymore because we are eating sea salt that is not fortified. You know, like back in the 70s, we had Morton sea salt, which was always fortified. Everybody just seemed to have the same products back in the 70s, didn't they? The other reason why I like these is they last for 6 months. You only need to take a capsule. I don't remember the price, but I think it was like under 20. So 6 months or like less than $20. It's a no-brainer. No-brainer, and it's got a good reputation. And the other ones that I think is necessary is this marine algae omega-3, which means it's a vegan omega-3. This will really help our brain health as we get older. It's good for everybody to take. I'm not a doctor, you know this. I'm not, but I just like pay attention and I read and I study. I don't retain all the information, but I remember what I need to do. 30 servings per container, and I think it was like $10. They're all going to be linked to my Amazon store under supplements, and I'll put that down in the description box as well. Okay, so with Particular, the supplements that were sent to me, another one that I have been taking is berberine. Berberine is really good for so many things. So many things, like blood sugar control, cardiovascular. It's got an antioxidant. You need to look it up because it's good for so many things. It's good for weight loss, but studies have shown that people in this groups lose a couple pounds, but then they plateau pretty quickly. So I'm not sure if this is necessarily, awesome for. One of the side effects is that it can give you constipation or diarrhea or whatever, nausea. I did experience that before when I took another kind of berberine, but in particular, the social media manager told me that I should take the quercetin before I take the berberine, and I won't have those problems. And it is so true. I don't know why. The quercetin before the berberine, I have not had any issues, any digestion issues. Now I'm taking quercetin because it's a powerful antioxidant. It's good for allergies. I'm going to stop taking this though, because the biggest source of quercetin is, I learned this later, is berries and apples. And I eat cups of berries every day and at least 2 or 3 apples. So I think I'm getting enough. So berberine is found in several plants, including barberry. I think barberries are a very hardy plant, that grow in a lot of areas. So you could actually just have a barberry and make tea out of it. I am going to do my walk around the yard. So I take a couple, this is my fitness and wellness. I have a couple walking sessions per day. So the first walking session, I don't use headphones, and I just walk around the yard and I just try to pay attention and listen and listen to all the sounds of nature, play with my dogs, just be really present and mindful, and maybe even do a walking meditation. And then the next walk, I put music on and I dance and I have fun. Anyway, I got these shoes from Fitville. They sent these shoes to me and they arrived. It took me a couple weeks to even use them because my yard is it's dirty. It's a country yard. I didn't want to get these dirty. So I would not wear them to exercise. I just wore them with outfits and everything because I think they're so cute. And I love this color, this rose red. It's just so beautiful. And I literally have been wearing these just everywhere. And what makes them so good, especially for me, because I have a ton of foot problems. I have plantar fasciitis, which I'm not experiencing right now, thanks to a couple things. I think it's because I have been more gluten-free, which is, I'm getting less inflammation from that, and wearing more supportive shoes. Smoky. But I have plantar fasciitis, peroneal tendonitis, which is a problem right here, and then I have an ingrown toenail. These are called the Ladies Rebound. They're super, super cushy. So that's been helping with my peroneal tendonitis. In fact, I'm not even feeling it anymore. And I've been using these for about 3 weeks. It's not even a problem right now. It's telling me that a lot of my feet problems are probably just due to improper shoes. But this has a really wide toe box here, so your feet have room. Like they don't push up against the front here, and they have room to spread out. And that's really helping my ingrown toenail and plantar fasciitis. And they're so stable. They're wide and they're stable. They don't look like old people's shoes. I think they're just super cute. Look really cute with my flare jeans. Hi.
I dreamt of you last night. You were by my side. I woke up alone.
Got a little bit of last night's makeup still on. I'm going to use some of this Orgain simple plant protein, gluten-free, plant-based protein powder. I like it. It doesn't have fake sugar. It has coconut sugar. I cannot stand the taste of stevia, monk fruit, any of them. Any of those no-calorie sugars, yuck. Yuck. 4 grams of sugar altogether, and the added sugars are only 3 grams, but this is just pleasantly sweet. It's nice. And it's got peanut powder in it, so like peanut butter powder. So if you don't want the fat from peanut butter, that's a great way to go. I'm gonna throw about a cup of soy milk in there. And then I just like to blend it for a little bit. That powder to smooth out a little bit. Using this mango mix, which has mango, strawberries, and blueberries, and they're from North Carolina, so it's local. Look at that. Little pumpkin seeds on there. Chia seeds. That's enough. What I don't love about the mango is it does give a little bit of a kind of a slight sushi flavor when it's combined in a peanut butter smoothie. I don't know what that is, but that's just my take on it. I'm just eating cold cooked broccoli from last night. I am going to enjoy a book, an Audible book. I'm going to listen to Conversations with God, I think. Yes. I wasn't sure if I had enough hours, audiobook hours on Spotify. It's 3 o'clock and I'm running out of time, so I need to do my makeup. That's how I do my makeup all the time. It takes like 5 minutes. So I use liquid eyeliner in dark brown. I don't even remember the brand. It's like NYX or Milani, one of the vegan brands. I've had this for 6 months. They probably, or maybe even more. It might even be a year old. I don't know. It's running out of eyeliner. I have replaced it with this NYX. This is a nice color, but right now I like this because it's really easy to use because there's not a lot of it in it, and so it doesn't come out in blobs. You know, I do this all the time. Like, this is what I do every day, so it's easy for me. And I just keep my eye open and kind of dab it into the lash line. And then I'm going to put a little wing, and I do it straight out, like that, because I have hooded hooded eyes, and it's just, it seems to work better that way. Straight out, like I just flick it out. I might clean it up a little bit with my finger, like that. And sometimes I go in with eyeshadow too, to kind of soften the line and maybe kind of make it a little bit more saturated, but also more diffused. So if I'm going to go over the line, I like to use my Naked 2 palette. This is like a mini palette. It's for neutral, I think, to cool shades. And I use, obviously, I've hit pan a long time ago. This really dark brown color. And then I will just go over it to soften it. Even soften the flick. I'm a big fan of this Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, which is the rose gold palette, because kind of my skin tone. I kind of think of rose gold as my neutral. Mauves and rose gold and all of that, because I kind of have like a rosy but golden complexion. You can see what I love to use the most. Pretty much everything. I use all the colors. Today I'm going to go for this color. It's not what it seems. It's going to be, I'll show you. It's so pretty. And I just actually take that all the way up. I don't use an eye primer or anything like that. For my purposes, they're not needed. I'm not trying to be perfect. I don't mind a little messy smudge sort of lived-in look. And I don't think that this brings out my hooded eyes, even though there is some shimmer. In fact, I think what it does is it gives my eyelids like a kind of a hydrated look. And then I'll take my finger and just make sure that it's blended. Go with a little darker, just a slightly darker color, and add a little depth here, just at the corners. And I follow the line of my flick. I follow the flick. This is what I do all the time. I just do the eyeliner with the flick, and I change the shadow. I just do different shadows, but everything is pretty much the same. I stay in the same family in terms of shadows, neutrals, bronzes, rose gold. And then when I do my mascara, I kind of rub it into the lash line just to get it thick. And then kind of hit the tips. So I'm really focusing mostly on the base of the eyelashes and the tips for lengthening. The base for thickening and the tips for lengthening. And I don't do the bottom lashes. They say that drags the eyes down, that drags the face down. I don't know. I find my bottom eyelashes to be so minimal. Like it seems like there's only like a few eyelashes down there, and if I put mascara on the bottom lashes, it just seems to emphasize the fact that I only have like 3 eyelashes down there. Physical Tinted Moisturizer, and it's like $3.30 now. I'm not actually using it as sunscreen. I'm using it as foundation, as like a skin tint. But the zinc actually provides some coverage, so I'm also using it as a lotion to emulsify the oils that I put on my face so that it's not so shiny. I don't spend a lot of time on my eyebrows because I find it frustrating. So I just use this NYX Thicket on my eyebrows. I might for a special occasion, but typically I don't, but I just do this. Keeps them in place, makes them look a little bit better, and kind of fills them in a little bit. I don't like a dramatic eyebrow on me. It seems aging on me, I think. And I also have small eyes. I don't have very big eyes. And I know the style is thick eyebrows, but if you want to make your eyes look bigger, thinner eyebrows are better. Physicians Formula Butter Blush. This smells so good. It smells like coconut. It smells so good. And it's such a, like, kind of a, it's not a cream blush. It's a powder blush, but it's moist. It feels kind of moist, I guess. Or maybe that's the branding, because it's like, it's butter. Does it actually feel moist? Yeah, it's almost a cream. It's powder, but there is definitely something emollient in it. I mean, I usually do this trick, you know, kind of where you snatch your cheekbones Didn't do it this time. And then I follow it with the big brush just to soften everything. So this is the Beauty Pie product that I really love. And I can't remember what it's called. And so I guess I do put a little bit up here, but it doesn't stay. An applicator would be really nice with this. I don't have one. It's hard for an applicator would work better. But it doesn't crease. It just brightens the eyes really nicely. I really notice a difference. And then, you know how I didn't do anything above my, like up by my eyebrow? I actually take some of it up here. It's our little neat exfoliation, so. This lip pencil by NYX. It's called Peekaboo Blush. And I kind of go a little outside the line, not much. You know, like there's like kind of a ridge, and if you have a choice to go inside or out, I'm not really, like you can see, I'm not really going outside the line, but I'm going at the very top of it. And then I kind of go down at this point, and I go all the way to the edge of my lips. I fill it in here. I can't, but I leave this part open, like, because I'm going to put and like I said, I don't go all the way to the end here. I turn in. I turn in. I think I need to brush my teeth. And then I really love, this is something else that I absolutely love. And these are all going to be in my over 50 like beauty store on Amazon. And this is Julep Canyon Rose. You know, I do all things rose. This is the color, and it's very, very moisturizing. And I carry this with me and sometimes use it on my cheeks too. But it's the prettiest, like my lips, but better color. Isn't that so nice? I love it. Okay, let's talk about what I'm going to be doing with my hair. My hair used to not be this straight. It had more body in it. Kind of more like below, underneath. It's super straight now, and I really have a hard time making it curl. So I have two options. I can either have my stylist texture my hair more to see if we can bring out some of the natural body in it and maybe make it more curlable, or we can just go with the straight hair. So here's a couple of options. This option, I really like this option. It's super cute, and I think this is what I'm going to go with. Then these are a possibility too. I would like to ask you what you think, but you know what? By the time you see this, my hair will already be cut. But it doesn't matter. It will be good for next time because I get my hair cut like every 3 months. So do let me know what you think, and I can consider it like the next time I get my hair cut. And sometimes I just feel that it's a little too flat on top. I think I'm going to go with the first two styles, and I'm going to keep the angle, maybe a little less angle, but I'm going to have her do some internal layering to give it some shape without getting the look of layers. And then I'm going to have her do a little bit of a bang, so it's a little bit more like this. I think that would open up my face a little bit better. What do you think? Let me know what you think. I'm ready to go get my hair cut. I would actually love to bring you into the salon, but I have not had that conversation with my hairstylist yet, and I'm not sure if she's on board, and I don't want to surprise her. I'm wearing a thrifted jacket, my thrifted sweater vest, my cool new shoes. Remember how I did that video about the red shoes? That I really wanted a pair of red shoes that were uniquely my own. These kind of feel like them. I mean, no, they're not as romantic as like red Victorian boots, but much more practical.
It's also expected the Trump administration could see an upside to big businesses becoming.
So I didn't have her cut it too short right here because I just don't want it in my face. I want to be able to put it behind my ears. So I got scared on that one. But it kind of does that. If I do hairspray, I don't have hairspray in it right now. What do you think? Alrighty. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. It was so fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.